What's up, guys? Jimmy your Chaos, welcome back, and tonight's late night video is going to be a straight gameplay commentary. We're going to talk about a subject over gameplay like the old times, and the subject is Team Kaliber, and I don't talk about this very much at all on my channel, but to this day, I still get questions every day on Twitter, in my messages. What happened with Team Kaliber? How come you're not part of Team Kaliber? Do you and Justin Kostef not like each other? What team do you support? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? So I figured, you know what? I have a platform. I have people that are curious about it. I'll do a good, chill commentary and explain to you guys what happened with Team Kaliber and me. So if you're not familiar, I created a team, an organization 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Wait, the time just flies. And it was called Team Kaliber, and I created it with a couple close friends of mine. And we had a core group that launched this organization, this Team Kaliber, and we had divisions. We had the War Beast division. We had all kinds of cool stuff. And we got into it, and it's funny because Team Kaliber was actually, I was going to make it an akimbo-only pistol clan. That was my idea. And then Kostef was like, you sure you want to do that? Him and Nemo were like, you sure you want to do that, Jimmy? And then we went the other way with it. But we created this organization, and really quickly we figured out that we wanted to get into the esports scene, the professional scene. So we garnered a team, and that team was the original TK team that you guys see now. It was Gunjar Sharp, Neslo, and Theory, and we went about our way. I think our first LAN together was UMG Atlanta, and I went there. Minnesota Burns was there. We had a good time. I coached the team. It was a lot of fun. Got to know the guys, and we created this bond. It was a lot of fun. We went on a really big run in Black Ops 2. Toward the end of Black Ops 2, TK was the second best team in Black Ops 2 behind Cole, and probably the best S&D team in Black Ops 2 when it came to the professional league. And then we rolled over into Ghost and had a lot of crazy matches back and forth, got a couple second places with Cole. There for a while, we finished in the top 4 for like the first year of Team Kaliber, but it was also stressful. You guys know I have a big family. I have a lot going on and a lot of moving parts in my life. And it got to the point where we were literally traveling every month to support the team or do this for the team. And there was a lot of things on the inside of the industry when it came to Call of Duty esports that I didn't agree with. I didn't like the way things were set up with organizations and the players. There was no clarity. There was just a lot of problems, and they seem to have fixed a lot. I still see some, but I don't look at it as close now as I used to with a magnifying glass. But it was just a lot of stress, and it got to the point where I didn't want to deal with the drama of player hopping and switching and the whole just drama scene of esports. I wanted it to be professional and treated as such, and accordingly for the organizations and for the athletes. Yeah, I said athletes. The talent, if you will. And it got to a point where I just said, you know what? I don't have the time to put into this, and I'm not enjoying it like I did before. So what I did was I approached Justin, who was my general manager at the time. You guys know him, Kostef. He owns TK now. And I told him, I said, this is what we have. You've obviously earned your spot. I trusted him 100%. And I said, it's yours. And we can say that I'm going to go into an advisory role and something of that sort if you want to. And he wanted to keep me on as a minority owner. And I said, no, it was his rodeo. It was his ship. He was going to sail it, and I knew he would do good with it. He's done a phenomenal job. He's done amazing. And as it went on, I kind of just grew apart from the whole esports scene. I'm still an esports fan, huge fan, and I still root for TK, but doing the daily workings and everything of the organization, I didn't have time. And I grew into other things that I was doing. So to answer all the questions, are you still with TK? I'll put it this way. I will, as long as I support esports and I have a channel and I have a voice for what I do, I will always be a fan of TK. I will always be a part of the camaraderie, the brothership of TK. I can tell you right now, with no doubt in my mind, if I went to the TK house right now, that there would be there would be no weirdness or anything. I'd walk right up, hug Sharp, Goonjar Theory, Neslo, Justin, all the TK guys now. TK has grown. They have a lot of actual content creators and things like that now, and there would be no issues. I feel like I'm from a distance, I'm part of that brothership, and I always will be. I will always be TK all day. As for, do I own TK or part of TK, or am I any part of the operational daily anythings of the organization? No, I am not. I have no ownership. I have a vested interest, if you will, to see Kostev and all of those guys succeed, and that's on a personal basis. I want to see those guys were. I mean, honestly, they were like my sons for a while, and I probably got closest to Sharp in Theory the most, especially Sharp. Sharp's my boy, funniest Call of Duty pro ever, and I don't take stuff like that lightly. When I make friendships and bonds like that, that means something to me. So even though we don't talk very often, they know I'm around, and I'll tweet at them from now and then when they have a big tournament or something going on, and they see that. So I'll always be TK all day. There was no drama. There was no heads banging, splitting, or whatever. We went separate ways. We had a big fight. Absolutely nothing of the sort. I handed the flag over to Kostev, and he took it, and he ran with it. He's done a phenomenal job. So there you go, guys. A chill commentary, kind of closing the door on anybody that had speculation on what happened with me and Team Kaliber. I'll never forget that year that I got to travel and do all of that. I met a ton of amazing people. I miss a ton of people, man. I love going to those events and hanging out with Puckett and Hastro and Hex and everybody. Just, it was a ton of fun, but things change. Life changes, and you move on and you adapt. So there you go, guys. Hope you have a great night. Hope you enjoyed this little chill, not necessarily anything about the gameplay or anything, but I thought it would be cool to talk to you guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.